Good morning. Madam Secretary, do you have a quorum?
Good morning. Yes, Mr. Chair, we have a quorum with the attendance of the following BAC members: Attorney Mark John Palomar, Chairperson; Ms. Angelina Liose, Vice Chairperson; Attorney Dana Jaramillo; Ms. Josephine Pierre, and Attorney Diane Steffi Guilamon, regular members; Superintendent Hinaro Mancio Jr., provisional member and user from PPD. Port Police Department. Likewise, we have in attendance the head and members of the Technical Working Group, head and members of the BAC Secretariat. On the part of the prospective bidders, we have representatives from Clicks Logic Incorporated, Kit Properties Incorporated, joint venture with Beyond Site Philippines Incorporated, and iPoint East Incorporated. Dynamic Power and Marine Industrial Hardware Incorporated, Tech Marine Sales and Services Corporation, Geo Provider Corporation, TFPC Joint Venture, and Infra Machineries Corporation.
Thank you. Consider foregoing, the chair declares that there is a quorum. HO-BAC-PGCS No. 057-2023 come to order. Madam Secretary, will you schedule today?
We have a lone item in our agenda, Mr. Chair, and that is the private conference for the following projects: supply, delivery, installation, and commissioning of seismic accelerograph with early warning devices for the integrated accelerograph system Phase 4. Letter B, supply, delivery, installation, and commissioning of CCTV surveillance monitoring for new sites for PMOs. And letter C, supply, delivery, installation, testing, and commissioning of 28 units generator sets for port management offices.
Thank you. Unless there are objections, let's proceed to the sole item on our agenda, the pre-bid conferences.
For the first project, the supply, delivery, installation, and commissioning of seismic accelerograph with early warning devices for the integrated accelerograph systems Phase 4. The project was posted on the PPA and PhilDep's websites on 25 August 2023 with an approved budget for the contract of 60 million pesos. We have one prospective bidder for the project, and that is Clicks Logic Incorporated, represented by Mr. Jefferson Aquino.
Representative Clicks Logic, do you have any questions for us? No questions? Okay. Still waiting for... bibili kayo? Pero it's posted Okay.
Okay. Next. These are relevant dates. For the information of the prospective bidders, please be informed that the deadline for the submission and opening of bids for the seismic accelerograph is on September 18, 2023. The deadline for submission of the bid documents is at 9 a.m. The opening of bids is at 10 a.m. September 18, 2023.
Thank you. For all prospective bidders, we have a couple of reminders at the end of all the pre-bid conference for all. So these are the observations at the back of current errors being conducted by bidders. So i-remind namin kayo lahat regarding this. It's part of the invitation to bidders, pero we would like to stress it considering na may mga failures because of this. Sir Solis, please proceed.
For the second project, the supply, delivery, installation, and commissioning of CCTV surveillance monitoring for new sites for PMOs. The project was posted on the PPA and PhilDep's websites on 25 August 2023 with an approved budget for the contract of 330 million pesos. For this project, we have one prospective bidder, Kit Properties Incorporated, joint venture with Beyond Site Philippines Incorporated and iPoint East Incorporated.
Representative, any questions? Okay.
Good morning, Chairperson, BAC members, and PWD members. I just have 3 items for clarification. So the first one, Tiffany Eseniel of Kit Properties, the on-site and iPoint East Joint Venture. So we have 3 items for clarification. First one is with regards to the audited financial statements. Taking into consideration the guidelines provided in BIR Revenue Memorandum Circular Number 49-2020, would the procuring entity accept the audited financial statement as valid even in the absence of the physical received stamp from BIR?
You filed it via email.
Sorry?
You filed the benefit online.
Yes.
So as proof of that, ang binibigay niya, technical document.
Thank you very much. And then second item for clarification is with regards to the price schedule for goods offered, the bid form. In the case where a bidder procures goods from a local supplier, but the goods are manufactured abroad, how should these goods be classified?
Okay, that's also part of our reminders later on, since it's a current error in the procurement of goods. If as long as the item is from abroad, even if it's here locally already, and you're purchasing it from a local supplier, you use the form from abroad.
And in the event that you have goods from abroad and local, would you submit both forms?
Both forms, yes.
Both forms. Okay. Thank you very much. And last item for clarification is with regards to change orders or out of scope works. What is the procedure if either the procuring entity or the PMOs need additional work beyond the contract scope? Specifically, what if there is a need to make changes to install devices after the completion or the approval of the initial works?
End user.
Actually, ma'am, meron naman siya sa, may guideline siya sa RA 9184, yung pang amendment to order na ginagawa siya during implementation. Kasi nangyayari yung mga ganyang mga parang change orders during implementation. So, yun yung susundin natin na guideline sa RA 9184, Annex D ng RA 9184.
Thank you so much. That's all.
Okay. Attorney Solis, relevant dates.
Okay, please be informed that the deadline for the submission and opening of bids for the CCTV surveillance monitoring is on September 18, 2023. The deadline for submission is at 1 p.m. The opening of bids is at 2 p.m. September 18, 2023.
Thank you, Madam Secretary. Last pre-bid conference.
For the supply, delivery, installation, testing, and commissioning of 28 units generator sets for port management offices, PMOs. The project was posted on the PPA and PhilDep's websites on 25 August 2023 with an approved budget for the contract of 220 million pesos. So we have the first on the list, we have Dynamic Power and Marine Industrial Hardware Incorporated.
Representative Dynamic Power.
Good morning for everyone.
Any questions? Thank you.
Okay, next is Tech Marine Sales and Services Corporation.
Morning. Any questions? Hindi pa kuha sa
Yung existing ba natin na power supply, 220? 220 volts? 220? Walang 440 na sir, 420. Okay. Tapos yung ano sir, yung specs ng cable at saka distance ng main panel to genset location.
end user.
Sir, may nakalagay po sa sa terms of reference.
Na
na ano po, opo, na specifications po ng mga cable natin. Nandito sir sa ano, yung mga high amperage cables, simula page 26 po ng terms of reference. Yan, naka-indicate po doon. Yes, oo. Per port po yun sir na pagkakabitan.
Okay. Okay naman. Thank you, ma'am.
I think you also have, what's this? Tech.
Meron pa ba?
May letter po kayo, Tech. Apo, parang tungkol sa site visit. Pwede niyo pong i-ano ngayon, no? Itanong. Ito po yung sa letter niyo para maano.
Coordination niyo. Para kayo mag-coordinate. Or diretso sa sasabihan.
Sir, yung mga site visit natin itong per location sa paglalagyan ng genset.
Okay. So coordinate kayo sa admin services department namin. They will help you coordinate with the port management offices for the locations.
Okay. Sige, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay na po.
Thank you so much.
Okay, next is GEO Providers Corporation, TFPC Joint Venture.
Good morning. Do you have any questions?
I have some Good morning. Mr. Chairman, yeah. I would like to make a manifestation that would be, of course, beneficial and protect the agency. Okay, that we must ensure that the supplier from a foreign land is legitimate by requiring the following authenticated certificates, either with red ribbon and apostille. I am referring to inclusion of the above authenticated certificates for high amperage cable as follows: certificate of distributorship, certificate of manufacturer, fire resistant power cable certification, example from TUV, ISO, and others.
So basically, you're recommending that the BAC amend its bid docs and include the requirement that documents coming from abroad be covered by a red ribbon. Correct?
Yes, yes.
We will we note your manifestation, and the BAC will discuss it later on. Should the BAC decide to, meron ba? Meron pala.
And that is for the high power cable, including the high power cable, ma'am.
So in addition to the requirement that the documents covering the, meron din ba? Included daw.
Included, okay. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Thank you. That's all, sir.
So wala na kailangan i-discuss? Yes, okay. So as a requirement that copies would be in the technical proposal. However, you need to submit the original copies of these documents with red ribbons in a separate envelope para mabalik namin sa inyo. So a copy, yung sa start pa lang, sa opening, i-compare na yung red ribbon documents with the copies attached to the technical submission. Yung original, yung may red ribbon. Andito lahat. Hindi, nandito lahat. Okay? Ano sa'yo tayo?
Next is Infra Machineries Corporation, Mr. Reyes.
Good morning, everyone.
Sir, you are?
I.E. Reyes from Infra Machineries. May gusto lang akong i-clarify about scope of work ng installation. Is it include from civil works to electrical?
End user?
Okay. Pakiulit na lang, ma'am, kung kanino makipag-coordinate for the site visit. Yes.
Sir, sa Administrative Service Department po, ng head
Administrative
office.
services.
Nasa
Opo.
mezzanine.
Then the third one is, will you allow joint venture? Joint venture? Okay lang.
Yes po. Yes, sir.
That's all.
Opo.
Thank you.
Madam Secretary?
For the information of the prospective bidders, the submission and opening of bids for the supply, delivery, installation, testing, and commissioning of 28 units gensets for PMOs is on September 19, 2023. The deadline for submission is at 9 a.m. The opening of bids is at 10 a.m. September 19, 2023.
Thank you. Meron pa?
Meron pong umabol. Philtech. Or anong seismic.
Any question? Okay.
Wala.
May pahabol na question? Sir, did you mention your name for the record kanina?
Okay. Okay, I am Alejandro Galela from the provider, sorry. It includes, ma'am, the fire resistance power cable certification, right? For the okay.
Gusto yata nila pati yung mga
Hmm.
kagaya
What certificate?
Yeah. Fire resistance power cable certification.
i-include daw natin, sir. Wala sabi niya, sir. Wala.
Ang certification na
Fire resistance, sir.
fire resistant.
Yung mga cable.
So that's a part of the so as with all suggestions on amending the BPG bid laws, we actually have to discuss that and should the back of BPG be a proposal. If no bid will then issued, the current provisions are. Okay.
Thank you.
So, Okay, Madam Secretary, prospective bidders, these are the reminders we mentioned a while ago.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Here are some important reminders for the prospective bidders. Number 1. On the submission of bid documents. Bidders shall submit their bid documents in 2 separate sealed bid envelopes. The first envelope is the technical proposal containing 7 copies, 1 original and 6 duplicate copies, each individually wrapped in an envelope, then sealed in an outer envelope. The second envelope is the financial proposal, which contains 7 copies, 1 original and 6 duplicate copies, each likewise individually wrapped in an envelope, and shall all be sealed in an outer envelope. The bid documents shall be hardbound, book-bound, properly labeled, with index tabs. Failure to comply with the requirement is a ground for the automatic disqualification of the bidder. Number 2. The bidder shall ensure that all Class A eligibility documents listed in Annex A of the Certificate of PhilGAP's registration, Platinum membership, are current and updated. The bidders are not allowed to submit as part of its technical proposal the Class A eligibility document. The same should be submitted to PhilGAPs. For the information of all bidders, the head of the TPA procuring entity is J. Daniel R. Santiago. For the procurement of goods and consultancy services, the chairperson of the BAC is Attorney Mark John S. Palomar. Vice chairperson is Angelina A. Liose. Regular members are Josephine M. Napiere, Attorney Dana S. Jaramillo, and Attorney Dayan Steffi T. Guillamon. While provisional member is Eric E. Di Maculana. Technical Working Group Head is Michi F. Manatad, and the members are Rogeline G. Mendoza, Jenelisa D. L. Rebon, Sharon V. Oliveros, Edwin Rita P. Estilon, Milagros Lourdes P. Perez, and Aida T. de la Cruz. BAC Secretariat Head is Attorney Lolita D. Solis, and the members are Darwin D. Ambay, Arlene D. Pabustan, and Audrey C. Soqueña. Take note that if you are a relative within the third civil degree of affinity and consanguinity of the whole, the BAC chairperson, the BAC members, the technical working group, and the BAC secretariat, you are disqualified from participating in the procurement activity of PPA. Thank you.
Thank you. Any last questions from the prospective bidders? There's none. I remind mo na lang yung form again. And yung sa JVs regarding the purchase, etc. Last question.
Yes, sir. Sir, anyway, you can submit your technical and financial proposal earlier, even 1 day before. Opo, pwede naman. Earlier or on the deadline, the same day. As additional information for the prospective bidders regarding the forms to be used for goods, if the goods being offered are from abroad, the form to be used is the price schedule for goods offered from abroad, even if the goods are already in the Philippines. So basta po galing sa abroad yung goods, you have to use the form. Anyway, the forms are appended in the bid documents. Kasama siya sa bid docs. So if it is from abroad, dapat yung price schedule for goods offered from abroad. And for goods from within the Philippines, the form to be used is the price schedule for goods offered from within the Philippines. Combination po, pwedeng dalawa, for abroad and from abroad and from within the Philippines. Yes, I think that was included in the legal opinion. If that is it the same as configured dito or yung assembled? Diba?
If that is the case, the item is considered made where? So it's from the Philippines. Diba? Kasi country of origin is Philippines, so use the form Philippines. Tama ba, Attorney Solis? Diba? Kasi, okay, on the form, it places country of origin. And that is the basis on kung anong ilalagay ang gagamitin mong form. So, hindi yung individual parts ang ino-offer nyo. Basically, the finished product ang ino-offer. Oh. Diba? May pahabol. May pahabol na bidder.
Sir, we still have one habol for the what project po? CCTV.
Yes, sir. You are
hello, good morning po. Francis Franny po from PLDT. Questions lang po regarding the CCTV project. First question is, may we request for the site coordinates of the 13 PPA sites po?
Sir, makipag-coordinate na lang po sa Administrative Services Department for that.
Okay, ma'am. Kaya Sir Ed po?
Apo,
Okay,
Ed Alvarez.
Second question, ma'am, if I may proceed. For the central monitoring station, what do you mean by the exclusive dedicated remote video monitoring facilities?
Sir, kasi meron kaming central monitoring, kasi pang phase 4 na to. So we have central monitoring remote. Tapos meron kami ditong mirror. So yun po.
So ibig sabihin, ma'am, nandito na po pala siya. Kasi ang follow-up question, ma'am, is can the service provider lease a space and build a command center in the PPA? So it's already existing po, if I'm correct. Thank you po. Next one, can we request for the floor plan po and the nuclear survey schedule?
Po with admin.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you po. That's all for me po. Thank you, ma'am.
Relevant dates and summarize mo na lang yan.
For the information of the latecomer, the deadline for the submission and opening of bids for the CCTV surveillance monitoring for new sites for PMOs is on September 18, 2023. The deadline for the submission of the bid documents is at 1 p.m. The opening of bids is at 2 p.m. September 18, 2023. Sir, you have to submit. Kasi nagbigay po kami ng important reminders, hindi nyo na lang nakuha. So you have to submit your technical and financial documents in 7 copies, each in the hardbound, bookbound, properly labeled with index tabs, each individually wrapped in an envelope. 2 envelope po, one containing 7 copies of the technical proposal and the other envelope containing the 7 copies of your financial proposal. Okay po, hardbound, bookbound, properly labeled with index tabs. Hindi po pwedeng paperbound. Then, sige pa.
Every detail will be included in the special bid bulletin.
That's
No.
in the instructions to bidders. Kasi madalas kasi nangyayari na especially new bidders here, hindi nasusunod yun. It becomes a ground for automatic disqualification. That's why we make it a point to remind all the prospective bidders during the pre-bid conference.
Everything will be included in the minutes.
It's in the instructions to bidders and the technical submission.
If you buy the bid documents, nandun po yun in the bid data sheet, saka sa instructions to bidders.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Anything else, Madam Secretary?
Mr. Chair.
There being none, this meeting is adjourned. Thank you. So joint venture, yung sa purchase ng joint venture, considering that the question was asked regarding joint venture.
For those who will enter into a joint venture, you have to submit, before securing the bid documents, you have to submit a joint venture agreement or a notarized statement that you will enter into a joint venture agreement in buying the documents. Otherwise, if yung dalawa, bibili ng parehas na documents. If you can be able to submit a joint venture agreement or a signed statement among the members of the joint venture that you will enter into a joint venture, you will, isa lang po ang babayaran.
Okay, that's clear.
Good morning, Mr. Chair. Good morning, Mama. I would like to ask ng po clarification and relevant for the goods price offered within the Philippines. For example po, the supplier is a distributor here in the Philippines. So the product is came from abroad. So what would be the form to be submitted? We will submit the form or we will submit the
If the item comes from abroad, you use the form from abroad. Even if the item is in the Philippines. Yes. So what is critical here is the origin of the item. If you put the origin from abroad, it has to be from abroad. For the information of bidders, we usually start on time.
Regarding for the site, there are quite a few places of the it is really important to visit each site to have an immediate certificate
Hindi po namin kailangan ang certificate ng site inspection. Yun pong pag-inspect sa site ay sa sarili nyo na lang po yun, if that would be material dun sa pag-submit ninyo ng proposal. But hindi po siya requirement.
Okay, not required for it.
Hindi po.
Thank you so much. Thank you po.
What project? You are? Do you have any questions for us? Okay. So, Attorney Solis.
Jehan, you have a letter. Meron po kayong sulat sa BAC. Kasi you are asking if there are any upcoming requirements, especially on gensets, batteries, rectifiers, and ATS, and request all the necessary documents and requirement list. Nasa bid documents po iyon kung bibili kayo. Lahat po nung sinabi nyo sa letter. Kasi para po ma-discuss na rin, hindi na namin sagutin. Posted na po siya sa available po yung bid docs. For the important reminders po kasi na i-present na namin para po i-present ulit.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Here are some important reminders for the prospective bidders. Number 1. On the submission of bid documents, bidders shall submit their bid documents in 2 separate sealed bid envelopes. The first envelope is the technical proposal containing 7 copies, 1 original and 6 duplicate copies, each individually wrapped in an envelope, then sealed in an outer envelope. The second envelope is the financial proposal, which contains 7 copies, 1 original and 6 duplicate copies, each likewise individually wrapped in an envelope, and shall all be sealed in an outer envelope. The bid documents shall be hard bound, book bound properly labeled, with index tabs. Failure to comply with the requirement is a ground for the automatic disqualification of the bidder. Number 2, the bidder shall ensure that all Class A eligibility documents listed in Annex A of the Certificate of PhilGAP's registration, Platinum membership, are current and updated. The bidders are not allowed to submit as part of its technical proposal the Class A eligibility document. The same should be submitted to PhilGAPs. For the information of all bidders, the head of the PPA procuring entity is J. Daniel R. Santiago. Chairperson of the BAC is Attorney Mark John S. Palomar. Vice Chairperson is Angelina A. Riose. Regular members are Josephine M. Napiere, Attorney Dan S. Parmilio, Attorney Diane Steffi T. Guillamon, and Reynan C. Parafina. While provisional members are Carlito M. Castillo for infrastructure projects and Rolando K. Perez for dredging and navigational aids projects.
And good.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Here are some important reminders for the prospective bidders. Number 1. On the submission of bid documents. Bidders shall submit their bid documents in 2 separate sealed bid envelopes. The first envelope is the technical proposal containing 7 copies, 1 original and 6 duplicate copies, each individually wrapped in an envelope, then sealed in an outer envelope. The second envelope is the financial proposal, which contains 7 copies, 1 original and 6 duplicate copies, each likewise individually wrapped in an envelope, and shall all be sealed in an outer envelope. The bid documents shall be hard bound, book bound properly labeled, with index tabs. Failure to comply with the requirement is a ground for the automatic disqualification of the bidder. Number 2, the bidder shall ensure that all Class A eligibility documents listed in Annex A of the Certificate of PhilGAP's registration, Platinum membership, are current and updated. The bidders are not allowed to submit as part of its technical proposal the Class A eligibility document. The same should be submitted to PhilGAPs. For the information of all bidders, the head of the PPA procuring entity is J. Daniel R. Santiago. For the procurement of goods and consultancy services, the chairperson of the BAC is Attorney Mark John S. Palomar. Vice chairperson is Angelina A. Riose. Regular members are Josephine M. Napiere, Attorney Dana S. Jaramillo, and Attorney Diane Steffi T. Guillamon. While provisional member is Eric E. Di Maculana. Technical Working Group Head is Michi F. Manatag, and the members are Rogeline G. Mendoza, Jenelisa D. L. Rebon, Sharon D. Oliveros, Edwin Rita P. Estilon, Milagros Lourdes P. Perez, and Aida T. de la Cruz. BAC Secretariat Head is Attorney Lolita D. Solis, and the members are Darwin D. Ambay, Arlene D. Pabustan, and Audrey C. Soqueña. Take note that if you are a relative within the 3rd civil degree of affinity and consanguinity of the Hope, the BAC chairperson, the BAC members, the technical working group, and the BAC secretariat, you are disqualified from participating in the procurement activity of PPA. Thank you.
Okay. Anything else? Huling hirit sa tanong, wala na.
Walang parating.
Meron? Okay.
Sir, yung genset natin, any brand?
O
Wala
wala
kayong
namang brand,
required na,
wala namang brand nakalagay sa,
okay.
bawal maglagay ng brand.
Okay. Hindi kasi pag kasi baka yung
As long as you meet the
dahil na
specs.
Europe or,
Okay?
okay, thank you, sir.
Nothing else, Attorney Secretary? There being none, this meeting is adjourned. Thank you.